Mighty Mouse did a Twitch interview.
Streaming, right?
Yeah, stream. And so you know, I don't know. I mean, just luckily he like picked up my comment or something, you know, because usually like if I was fucking part of his channel, I'd pick up the comments who are, you know, subscribing to me, right? Yeah, at least that's the easiest to see. And he picked up my comment and he said like,
what was your comment?
Hold on, let's see here. Okay, my comment was about fighting games because he does the fucking Wesker pose and he references Street Fighter like sometimes. Like it's not uncommon.
He was streaming Mortal Kombat the other day, right?
Was he? Well, he was streaming Dark Souls. I think
he
that
was
day.
streaming Mortal Kombat the other day, for a fact.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, yeah. So he knows about fighting games, and but he plays other games as well. So I was saying like, you know, oh, you do the Wesker pose and whatever, like, you know, Street Fighter 5's coming out, blah blah blah, and he said that he stays away from the fighting game community. Like he doesn't really care to pay attention to it because there's too much shit talking, which fits his personality, right? Because he doesn't talk shit at all, and he puts it out there too. He says that he's just a martial artist. He doesn't want to say any of that kind of stuff, you know. And I thought like, well, first of all, I thought like, oh, it's kind of a waste because at the same time, you know, I want people. I don't mind if people talk shit. Like that's not. I'm not saying like don't be yourself at all. If you want to talk shit, talk shit. But if I just want people to talk shit and do it articulately, you know, just don't just start cussing a lot. Just maybe be like Conor McGregor, because I mean Conor McGregor. Let's not be an idiot, okay? He plans out what he says. He's just so good on the mic that he can play it off. Chael Sonnen was a little bit too obvious, you know. Like it's, I mean, he ripped off like pro wrestler like lines and stuff like that too. And all you have to do is, you know, type in the line that he said, and you can find a professional wrestler related to that. But if everyone can just kind of play it up a little bit more, I think that, you know, fucking maybe Mighty Mouse would love the FGC a little bit more. Maybe he'd be at Evo next to Jamie Lee Curtis. First round. Yeah.
I think, yeah, it just all adds to like rivalries are good. We like rivalries. Okay.
I love it.
We like rivalries.
I want you versus LPN first round next official fucking Capcom tournament.
I'll get bodied free. So
no, come on, believe in yourself, please, please.
No,
I'll be behind you. It's all good. I'll be behind you.
Doesn't matter. I can have everyone behind me. I'll get bodied free because LPN is a good player. He's a good player. And I'm not a good player. But I'm talking. I talk from the standpoint of like, there doesn't mean I can do it though. So I'm like, I don't know. That'd be like throwing Mark Goldberg into the ring with someone. You know, like that's not going to end well, is it? Really?
I'm just saying. I've seen you play. You're not that bad. You know, you can take off. You can upset some players for sure, and I want to see it. That's all I'm trying to say. If you don't believe in yourself, I believe in you. I believe in you.
It's very kind of you. But I'm more than happy to commentate and do like critical analysis. I'm happy with that. Alex Myers on Twitter said that he spoke to Tokido at the Mad Cats V Cup event and said, "What do you think of Street Fighter 5?" And Tokido allegedly responded that everyone in Japan, the top players in Japan, are going to play Street Fighter 5 for a year and then probably go back to Street Fighter 4. What do you think about that statement?
At first, I can only assume that top players to him means Topanga. I'm guessing that's the general opinion that he's getting, because pretty sure he's not walking around Japan asking every single player that.
No.
But, you know, I do kind of share the same, not the same exact opinion. I do believe a lot of it is motivated by money in the Capcom Pro Tour. Because if that wasn't there, I would see a lot of people going back to Street Fighter 4. But that's not the real world. The real world is, it's a lot of money in Capcom Pro Tour. So for that 1 year, the reason he said 1 year is because Capcom Cup is in 1 year. So I think that's where that number comes from. But, you know, if it's a good game, it doesn't really... That just means that Topanga or Tokido and his friends think the game is not that good.
Well, what about your friends? What's YUBIKEN's thoughts? Because you had the SF5 event, didn't you?
Yeah.
So
So none of them have the cracked version. So I don't even think they're aware that it's possible, to be honest. But Dashio really likes the game. He got third at the YUBIKEN tournament, at the Street Fighter 5 one.
who's he using?
He's using Ryu, but he's using Ryu by default because
Okay.
Ryu, fundamentals and stuff
Street
like
Fighter,
that. Yeah, and he's a good player, so he made it work. And then he lost to Birdie, which is like totally Street Fighter 5 base, right? Like
Yeah.
if you don't have experience, you don't. And I know Hagejin has been putting in a decent amount of time. That one Ultra Street Fighter 4 major that happened a couple months ago, the one that Nemo won, Hagejin actually spent a lot of time just playing Street Fighter 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's really into it.
Yeah, that tournament was brutal. Just everyone just went out early, so they either just left the venue or they played Street Fighter 5. So yeah. But the other YUBIKEN members, Shin says, I'll see how I feel about it. So he's not too hype about it. Kichiken likes the game. He plays Ken also, by the way, but he likes the game, but he doesn't really have an opinion. The only person that really has a strong opinion is Dashio. Everybody else is like, when it comes out, we'll see how we like it. But that's not good or bad thing. That's a logical, rationale, right? Like,
I think that's a really healthy way to look at it. Not many people have had a chance to play the final game as it is. I know people have concerns. I've got concerns, to be honest with you. Like, I want to know.
Tell me your concerns.
It feels quite limited in terms of expression. Like, there's not a lot of players thrive on like finding tech and doing stuff that other people can't do, and there doesn't seem to be a lot of that in Street Fighter 5. I can't imagine, like, there's not crazy timings for combos. There's not a ton of juggle points, so you don't have like third strike S juggles in the corner. There's not like super difficult super cancels like you have in other games.
But I mean, let's just be honest. Like, yeah, like if you are a below average Street Fighter 4 player, you can do most of the execution heavy things.
Yeah, so that's my issue. My other issue is where's the hype going to come from? Because seeing someone land a super is not like crazy hype. A lot of people were saying, "Oh, when Street Fighter 4 came out, it was kind of bland as well, and what have you." But the way people approach fighting games since Street Fighter 4 came out is drastically different to before.
Totally different, yeah.
We live in an age of internet, YouTube. It's like a big hive mind. So, like, within 5 hours of people getting their hands on something, you know what works and what doesn't work. Like, people have B&Bs, they know what links into what and stuff. And with Street Fighter 4, when it first came out, it was all about discovering that, what this, and we can do this. And now it's like, try this. Then someone in another country's trying it at the same time. And, it's like, it's like everyone's all working together. It's literally like a cloud of experimentation. So everything gets found really, really quickly now.
Well, like I think as much as you can't approach being successful in Street Fighter 5 by playing in a Street Fighter 4 kind of way.
Exactly, and that's by design as well, right?
Yeah. But the thing that does apply though is the steps that we took towards learning tech in Street Fighter 4, of course, applies to Street Fighter 5. Because we're not talking about winning anymore. We're talking about just like breaking the game. In the game, and we did so much of Street Fighter 4 in that time of age too, that we can break Street Fighter 5 relatively soon.